And we're back. I just got done filming a little snippet for last week's vlog because it's just been so busy at work. Like I said, we had a coworker just quit right on the spot right after her shift was done. So basically we get to, you know, between the two of us well, the three of us if you count my boss, but between the two of us who work on weekdays, there isn't a whole lot of us to take on all the work and stuff. And then one person takes the summers off, so there's no use having her. And then one found a job with Target, and she's pretty much MIA for most of the week too. I mean, I've been offered not full-time. I've been offered to take on overtime hours, but my thing is I will work whatever hours I'm scheduled, but I put in my availability that I only want to work like afternoons, evenings, and weekends. Because for me, like, the morning time is really the only time that I can comfortably talk to you guys without somebody running across the room and the house and the stuff upstairs. And it's the only time I feel comfortable doing voiceovers. It's the only time I feel comfortable filming product reviews, because nobody's home. Nobody is, you know, ruining my voiceover or ruining my camera stuff, my anything. Which was also part of the reason why I got very anxious in January. I didn't really mention that part to my family. That might help out. But it was just really uncomfortable trying to film stuff when there's people upstairs fooling around. Like, come on now. Does she not have a house too that you can go to? So that was just my big thing. Like, it just, anyway. Where was I at? I don't even remember. I just actually got done. I'm trying to get back into starting my day, or at least trying to form a habit of starting my day with just some really rough gesture drawings and sketching. I also need to start getting back into the habit of going on to Skillshare and finding a class that I like to just sit and practice to or practice with. And I need to start practicing a lot of stuff. Like, I'm also trying to keep myself busy to help keep the anxiety at bay too. But so far, between the book, just trying to correct my way of thinking and like take different pathways of thinking is helping. But also I'm afraid though too, because the reason I've been pretty calm the last couple of days is because my brother's girlfriend has been at the beach, so she hasn't been here, and he actually stayed at her house last night. So I'm just afraid that there's gonna be a night when she does come over and I'm just gonna feel everything. So I'm trying to prepare myself for that, and I'm just really scared. Because I really feel like the last couple of days have been really, you know, productive and positive and good, but, you know, like I said, the trigger isn't here. So anyway, I don't really have much else going on at the moment. I might actually go on Skillshare and just find like something to look at really quick, because I worked today at 12 because I offered to come in. My boss asked if I wanted to work a full shift, and I was like, no. So I said I would work at 12. I normally like to come in at 2, just because then I have like the full morning to work on everything I needed to work on. And gosh, I feel so bad because I didn't have any art come out last week. That wasn't not new. I need to work on my videos, I have to work on the vlog, I have to work on a bunch of stuff. I have to really start cracking down and getting those Arteza product reviews. I have like notes that I took while I was swatching them of like thoughts that I wanted to go over when I actually did my first impression review, not an actual review. But anyway, that's where I am right now. I'm kind of fidgeting because I want to start the rest of my day here, and I guess I'll talk to you later. I'm really hoping when I look in the mailbox today that I have mail. So I got mail, but it's not the mail that I'm waiting for. Specifically, my freaking passport. It has officially been 1 month since I sent it off to Philadelphia to be renewed. And so that's like what, 4 weeks? I think they say 4 to 6 or maybe 4 to 8. And of course I picked probably the worst time of the year to actually get it renewed, because this is the time of year when people are getting passports and probably getting them renewed because of going on vacation and all that stuff. So that was dumb of me. I should have got all my name change stuff done like as soon as Tony and I got married, but I'm done. I'm really dumb. But it is what it is. So anyway, the package that I actually got is for theater, and it is my ballet slippers. Now I have no idea how to do ballet or dance in general, but my character in the musical wants to be a ballerina. So let's check these babies out. All right, so I got just really simple ballet slippers. I wasn't gonna get point shoes because I'm not gonna invest money in a hobby, or rather pieces of a hobby that I'm not going to eventually partake in. So I just got these from Amazon. They're probably not the best quality, period, but I just wanted something cheap because I'm only using them for the musical. So here's my little ballet slippers. They have little things on the soles to help me not slip around on stage, and of course my camera doesn't want to focus. Okay. I'm just gonna try them on really quick. I have very big feet. I have size 9.5 feet, and okay, they fit pretty good. That's all I needed, was for them to fit nicely and to be ballet slippers. So there you go. And I'm gonna be wearing them over top of black socks or black tights. So these are perfect. These will do. And the only thing that I'm scared of is that they're going to break down or something, or the stitching's gonna come out before show night, because I don't really know if they'll want me to practice in them right away. I would assume they would want me to. I don't even have choreography done, and practice is tomorrow. And I work today and I work tomorrow, so I think tonight and tomorrow morning I'll try to put at least like a little bit of something together, just to give my directors an idea of what I was thinking or what I'm capable of or going for, because they told me specifically, since I have no dance background, that I can just make up anything and it doesn't have to look particularly good. It's kind of silly, but since we are in a time crunch, they aren't particularly going for quality for the dance numbers. I mean, of course, you know, to an extent, but they know that we don't have a lot of time and not a lot of us are dancers, and we don't have a choreographer. So we're doing like really bare bones stuff. And of course my camera battery's dying, so I'm gonna have to talk to you guys later. Well, hello. It is 7:42 p.m. Same day. Did I ever say what today was? It is July 1st. I don't know if I ever said that. But anyway, currently I am making little mini cheesecake bites. Please excuse all the noise that you might hear upstairs. So anyway, here's my messy work area. And here's what I'm using: dark chocolate Oreos, golden double stuffed Oreos, and yes, even red velvet Oreos. Hashtag not sponsored. So long story short, I am making cheesecake bites for a coworker whose birthday is tomorrow, because she's feeling a little bit down because her boyfriend is unable to visit her. So I figured I would try and brighten her day a little bit. And also, we're going to be using some of the products we have at work to top the cheesecakes with, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, my dad is making dinner. I'm doing this. I'm also having an adult beverage. It is Blueberry Soiree by the Ithaca Beer Company. So I am going to get back to this. I don't know how long it's going to take, so I really want to get it done now because I don't want to use my food processor too late into the evening because it's a little loud. So I will try and talk to you guys in a little bit. It is a little after 9:45 p.m. and all of my little cheesecake bites are done. They don't look pretty, but they sure taste good. And they were no-bake cheesecake bites because I'm super lazy and I didn't feel like making a baked one. So to make a no-bake cheesecake, I use cream cheese and Cool Whip, or like some sort of a whipped topping type of thing, and some sugar, blend it all together, and then you just kind of put it in your crusts And to make my Oreo crusts, I used 7 Oreo cookies and a tablespoon of butter. And you swirl them around in your food processor and then everything's done. So right now I'm just kind of relaxing for the evening. I haven't felt anxious in a while. The last time I felt anxious was probably, I can't remember when. It was recent, but I can't remember when really. I'm hoping it'll be a good night tonight. But like I said, I don't know what the kids' plans are. So I keep telling myself the thing that I read in my ebook was whatever happens, it's okay. And it is. I haven't really been thinking anything too negative today. I've been trying to think really positive, even though there are some things at work that I wasn't really too happy about, but it's fine. And yeah, I'm actually getting pretty tired. I have a little bit of my adult beverage because I had 2 of them. I have that one to drink yet, and then head to bed at some point tonight. I don't really know when because I said I wanted to work on some choreography, but we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now because I'm all caught up with you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I am back. I fibbed about going to bed. It's almost 11 p.m. and I feel like I really took a step for myself in just dealing with stuff. So my little brother came home, and as soon as I realized, I know what time he comes home, but when I realized it was him, my heart rate started going up. So I wasn't sure what it was gonna, be like, but one of the things that I want to try to work on is talking to everybody more. And because I used to do that all the time, like go up and see him if he came home or whatever, but it's been really hard lately to do that, like something as simple as just going upstairs. And I'll get to a point in a little bit here, but I came upstairs, I had my Oreos because he likes Oreos and stuff. I said, hey, I brought you a gift. Just kind of set him down and just hey, whatever. And then I said, oh, I made cheesecakes with them here. And I let him try some. He said they were good. And then he thanked me and told me he loved me. Isn't this just all silly? Anyway, I feel pretty good. He did tell me he was alone tonight, which, is fine. But I'm trying to amp myself up, or not amp myself up, but prepare myself for the nights that he does have company over. Anyway, I am so sorry. I feel like I cry on this channel a lot. But, I'm human, not some weird robot or something who doesn't have feelings. So anyway, it feels really good. I don't feel too anxious. I feel pretty good. But again, I'm actually gonna make sure that I have some scripts ready for tomorrow morning because I want to wake up early and get them voiced over and edited as soon as possible, because this week and next week are going to be super busy and I don't have very much free time at all, especially with practice and stuff. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed soon, but I'm actually practicing a little bit of choreography. Oh, I don't think I showed you my ballet slippers or my unicorn slippers. Hold on, give me a moment here to just fix myself. So I don't think I said earlier, but I told you guys I wasn't gonna get point shoes because point shoes are expensive. And when I say point shoes, I mean ballet slippers that have like a wooden block on the toe, so that you can actually point your toes, hence why they're called point shoes. But also part of my character is having slippers to cover said ballet slippers, so I got unicorn ones because I know that I will wear these after the show until they die. I love them. And I made sure that I could take these off and not have these fall off or anything. So everything looks really great, and of course I already own a pink bathrobe, you guys know that. They mentioned about running through the first act of the show without our scripts, so I really only have a couple of hours tonight until I go to bed and all morning tomorrow to practice, and then I leave work early to go to practice. And then I miss practice on Wednesday because I work all day because we have an event, an all-day event that is mandatory. And, well, not quite mandatory, but mandatory if you're available, I guess, is more, I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it here because I have a lot of work to do, so I'll talk to you tomorrow. Why, hello. Oh, what was that even? Hello. It is Tuesday, July 2nd, and it is almost 11 a.m. I am done with 2 OC edits. I can't even think. I'm like, bleh. So I woke up kind of early this morning, and because I knew I had all this work to do. I don't think I'm going to have a vlog out this week, or if I do, it's not going to be on Wednesday. So tonight I have work, and then immediately after I have play practice. Tomorrow I have work pretty much all evening, so about 2 till 11 probably. And then I have off Thursday, but then I don't work a full shift on Friday, but then I work 3 to 10 on Saturday. So my week is pretty busy, and I don't really have a whole lot of free time except for in the mornings, which is fine, you know. I'm also getting overtime this week, which is kind of nice. It's been a while since I worked almost 40 hours a week. It's been since 2017 when I was working with the kids. And back then it was really difficult to do voiceovers and do art because working in childcare can be extremely stressful, and most of the time when I came home, I really didn't feel like doing anything. All I really wanted to do was plop in front of my laptop and just watch YouTube, which isn't too different from what I do now. But back then it really took a push for me to get a video out on Fridays, and I think there was even a stint of time where I wasn't putting out videos. I don't remember when it was, but we like to call those the dark times. I definitely put more pressure on myself now just because I need to be on a schedule, and I know I need to be on a schedule, and it's really hard, especially when other aspects of life kind of get in your way. I don't want to say it's probably easier for somebody who does YouTube full-time, but when you're doing YouTube full-time, I'm assuming that you probably already, you know, have everything that you have all the time basically to do just that. Whereas somebody like myself who works a job in the outside world has to balance all of that, especially since my job does not have consistent work hours, which is annoying. And I really wish I could just, know, these are the days I work. And these are the hours I work, and there's no differentiation. But I get things, I get that things come up, but it's just really annoying. But anyway, enough about that, because that's really, really important. I'm going to start working on another script for another character that will probably come out next week. This week I'm still catching up on OCs on social media, and Buffer apparently is having trouble. I think they're having trouble with Twitter and Facebook, but my main concern is Instagram. I just really want to make sure that my posts pop up on Instagram, even though whatever. I feel like I don't have any presence on social media whatsoever. But thank you guys for following me and stuff. Another thing that I have to look at is what footage I already have filmed for my Arteza products, because I tried to be really on top of it whenever I first opened my packages to make sure that I was opening them and trying to keep, the packages, the original packaging, I should say, and filming that before I actually started like opening and using them. So I have to see what I actually have filmed and see what I need to film. I have to write scripts for those. That part I don't really mind so much, but it's just the matter of blocking out the time in the morning when nobody's home so that I can kind of do all that stuff. When I did the Blick marker review way back in, what was that, last year? Was that last year, or was that the year before? I don't remember. It seems like so long ago, and yet not so long ago. But my father was actually home and he was ill, and I was just like hoping, but I knew I needed that video out, and I was just hoping and praying that he wasn't gonna like cough too loudly or something or move around. But I did tell him I was filming, so I think he was trying to be really careful. But anyway, I definitely have to figure out what blocks of time are good for me to film, because my little brother's schedule is moving around and he has different days off now. But anyway, I feel pretty good. I don't feel really anxious right now. I haven't really felt anxious in the last couple days. As soon as my little brother came home, my heart rate did start to go up and I was a little nervous, but I think that's just something that I'm gonna have to really work on. But I felt okay. I felt okay. And one of the things in my book was, whatever happens, it's okay. I don't think it was written by anybody with any sort of like medical background, but it's just written by somebody who has experienced it, has walked through it, has helped people through it, and I feel like that feels really real. Like, not that, you know, a therapist who has helped somebody work through it, you know, but I feel like somebody who's had the background of and has cured themselves of essentially of anxiety and panic disorder. So, but like I said, I felt fine the last couple of days, and I'm trying to think of ways that I can kind of redeem myself to everybody, because I do feel really bad. I feel awful. So anyway, I think that's everything that I have to really talk to you right now as of this moment. I haven't exercised in like a week, and it was kind of because of nerves, and it was due to the fact probably because that I was a little busy. I don't really remember. All my days are just squishing together and I can't think anymore. I'm hoping if I go to the mailbox I will have mail, but we'll see, and of course I will tell you about it. So I'm debating if I want to go now. It's almost 11, but I don't know. Maybe I should. But then I'll go down there and there won't be any mail. So maybe I'll just wait. Good evening, guys. It is almost 10:30 p.m. and it is still Tuesday, still the 2nd. I am exhausted, but I still have beverage to drink. So I'm going to finish that. But I'm really, really tired. And today was long. Tomorrow's going to be even longer. I thought today was Wednesday. When I was driving home, I thought today was Wednesday. And it's not, because I went to check off today off my calendar and I was like, it is Tuesday. Crap. I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be really, 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 really long, and I'm going to miss play practice, unfortunately. We choreographed a number tonight, and I also did my choreography for my dance as well, and I didn't get any feedback on it, so I'm assuming that they're just gonna go with it. This number's gonna take some time. I'm gonna have to practice it on my own as much as I can after, probably on Thursday, because I will not have any time to do anything tomorrow except for work. I'm super excited. I actually ended up, and it was my own fault, I volunteered to come in 2 hours earlier than I was supposed to be scheduled to. But, you know, it's fine. It's money. It's a lot of overtime. A lot of overtime cash money, so I'm pretty okay with that. So I am actually just gonna call it a night here. I'm really, really tired. I'm probably gonna go to bed soon. I don't know what kind of night it's gonna be currently, so we'll see. I think it'll be fine. I've been really, really trying with everything and reading my book and stuff, and just positive thinking. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning, hopefully, and I will see you then. Good night. Hello everyone, it is July 3rd, Wednesday that is, and it is a little after, or actually it's a little before 11:15 a.m. So I was kind of happy with myself. So last night, it was one of those nights when my little brother brought his girlfriend over. And at first, I was kind of mad. And my heart rate was actually starting to go up. But I told myself, you know, I have to get used to this. You know, so I went upstairs, I said hi, and I noticed that she wasn't coming out of his room, which I felt really bad about, because that's just not fair. So I called her name and I went back and I gave her a hug. I asked her how her vacation was, and we kind of talked, but I could tell by her body language that she was a little bit uncomfortable, which makes me kind of upset. But she could have also been tired too. Like, I don't want to you know, make her feelings, like, you know. I did talk to my little brother, like just talk, you know, jovial, you know, whatever. and I was really super exhausted. So I did go to bed. I slept upstairs. I woke up kind of feeling crappy, but I did wake up a couple of times to use the restroom, and for the most part I was able to fall back asleep in a decent amount of time. I didn't stay up very long. I did notice that my heart rate was a little bit elevated, but it was under 100 beats per minute, which is what I'm going for. So overall, I feel like it was a successful night. I don't know how tonight's gonna go. I have a feeling she might be back over tonight, but I don't really know. So I work a long shift today. I am so happy about it, but you know what? I'm thinking of it this way: overtime. It's good stuff. So I am just gonna finish off my lunch here, and I don't think I'm gonna talk to you guys tonight. I'm not going to do anything tonight. I'm gonna come home, probably shower, and then go right to bed because I know I'm gonna be exhausted. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow since I have off all day. Good tomorrow? I don't know. It is now officially Independence Day. It is midnight, actually. It's 12:45 a.m. and I got home let's see, close to 11, something like that, and I immediately hopped into the shower. So the event we had today, I worked outside and I was super sweaty. It was so gross, and we were so busy. I almost got 20,000 steps in yesterday. I came home, and of course my little brother has his girlfriend over, and I knew that was coming. It's like every Wednesday. And let's see, I think tomorrow I'm making lunch. She brought crabs home from her vacation, and we are going to just cook them. Or I'm going to cook them. And let's see, yeah, not a whole lot happened. I'm actually starting to get tired. I came home, took a shower, and then I put away my dishes because I was feeling like a real burst of energy, but I'm actually sitting here editing a little bit for the vlog that didn't come out today. I think I'm gonna put it out on Saturday or something. But I'm actually kind of tired. I'm really tired. So I might actually just finish up here and go to bed. I just kind of came out of nowhere a little bit, but then again, I think I woke up early. I don't really remember anymore. All the days kind of just seemed to go by. And then I also got a text from my friend who was in the play, and she told me that, and thank goodness, but we are going to up our play practices to 4 times a week for the next 2 weeks. We're gonna need it, because seriously, I was really worried there, just because like the play is at the very end of the month, and we have only practiced like 6 times, and I feel like we have, for the most part, kinda sorta, we have the first act down, at least acting and blocking wise, but we don't, I mean, we have the whole rest of the show to do, plus we have musical numbers. And the really rough thing that has been happening is that the company that they're working with to put on this show, Samuel French, I believe it is, we haven't gotten our music. It's really hard to put on a musical when you don't have music, you don't know what you're singing, and it's been really rough. I mean, I'm sure the directors and everybody on the staff of the theater program are scrambling, and I'm sure they're feeling some sort of pressure too. But at the end of the day, it really just falls on us actors, because I mean, they can only do so much. So I know we're definitely pounding out vocals next week, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't think it's gonna be too hard. Realistically, it's just us making sure that we're learning our lines. And now, since the holiday is over, well, it's over tomorrow, but now since this holiday week is over, I really feel like we'll be able to crack down on stuff. And that's what I plan on doing, because next week I work in the afternoon, so I have all morning to look over my notes and my lines and listen to the music and stuff, and it's gonna be fun. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here, because I'm getting really sleepy. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow at some point. Did you hear that? That was my shower. Like, I have a spout and you have to lift up like the little pluggy thing and then it turns the shower on. And sometimes if I turn the water off, it doesn't automatically go down. So that was that noise. Okay, good night. Good morning, everyone. It is now 7:57 a.m. on July 4th. And today I'm going to boil some crabs. But something I've never done before is cook crabs, like in their shells. And I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm not going to be making them just yet because my little brother wants to have them for lunch before he goes to work. So we're aiming for about 11:30 in eating time. And I am a little bit scared. I am trying to think of the best time to start boiling the water because the crabs only cook, they cook for about 20 minutes, but I also don't know if the crabs have already been cooked. So I don't know. I'm hoping that they'll taste good and that they'll be done. I have no idea. I don't have much going on currently right now. I do have off today, thank goodness, but I think I work Friday and Saturday, but then I'm off on Sunday. So what I wanted to do today was, after we were done eating lunch, I wanted to go to the grocery store, but maybe I'll just save that for Sunday now that I really think about it, because I kind of want to use today as like an art day. And the grocery store can kind of wait. I have food here yet, I just don't have anything fresh. But, you know, I want to get, I want to start working on my Meet the Artist. I actually started working on it a couple of days ago in my sketchbook. Just making notes and stuff. And I have some, like, ideas for the character that I want to pop on there. I'm not really sure yet, but I do have, for the most part, I have it all done. Well, the concept of it done. It's been a while since I exercised, and I kind of feel meh about it. Just because I know that it does make me feel really, really good when I do exercise, but I haven't been wanting to make smoothies in the morning, which I really probably should, just because I need to have that routine going, you know. So I might actually do that, but maybe I will exercise after a hearty lunch of crab meat. I think that's what we'll end up doing. So right now I'm just sitting here with a cup of coffee and the newest Game Grumps Undertale stream. I've been really enjoying it because I already love Game Grumps. I do like Undertale. I really enjoyed watching it. Some gamers' videos of it when it first came out, I was really enjoying it. So it's really nice that they're doing it now. Well, I'm just going to finish my coffee and I'll talk to you guys at some point. Maybe when I start making the crabs, maybe I'll film it. We'll see. But I'm gonna go. I don't know. Hello friends! So I am back. It is 3 p.m. and as you could tell, I did get around to doing the crabs, and I'm not familiar with seafood really, or at least the preparation of seafood from start to finish. So even though I had an inkling, I didn't really fully realize that the crabs were already cooked. All that really needed to be done with them was that they needed to be shelled and the meat taken out, which I did, to my dismay. And unfortunately, a lot of the crab meat has like little tiny bits of shell in there, but you know what? It was my first time. I looked up a YouTube video on how to do it, and it was really easy, but I know blue crabs are native to Maryland and they're very prevalent in Maryland, but I don't know if that's specifically the species that we were given, because they were already cooked and they were red, so they didn't look blue to me, so I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, I didn't really do much. I didn't do much today. Whenever I have like little, I like to call them little events in my day, I definitely find that I beat around the bush when it comes to like diving into work and stuff, because the thing that I focus on is the little event. So I didn't really do anything at all this morning when I woke up at 7:30, except for just mope about the house until my little event of making the crabs. My little brother told me that 11:30 was about the time that he wanted to get up and have them for lunch. Well, guess what? I had them all done, and he didn't even get up at I mean, he did get up at 11:30, but he went right to the bathroom to take his shower. And then he got ready for work, and then he left, and he didn't even take any of the crab meat with him. And then his girlfriend also didn't stay either. Made a whole big deal about, you know, making these crabs and stuff, and neither one of them wanted any. So I would insert a terrible word here, but I will not. So that was the big thing there. And then for the last, I want to say probably 2 hours, I've been trying to figure out a way to get this stupid video into my vlog. So in this particular vlog, the week of June 23rd, I wanted to insert a video of me in the play that I was in last year, just to, you know, show you guys that, you know, I love the theater, and I find that I'm good. I feel like I'm good at it. So I just wanted to show you guys a little snippet of that, because I had a really good time with it last year, and I'm having a really good time with the musical this year. I absolutely love it. I definitely have to practice my lines today at some point, and definitely tomorrow morning before work, and certainly tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday as well. I finally figured out how to put the video in. I actually had to go and convert the video file from a VOB, I want to say, to an MP4, and then when I converted it using VLC Player, I, for whatever reason, you know, put it into DaVinci, and the audio was not taking, so I actually had to do it again. Like, I thought it was just me, like, just not doing the right settings, and I think I converted it a couple other times to MP4. Still the same problem. So finally I just said, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and just convert the same VOB file into an MP3, and then just match up the audio to the MP4 video. It works fine now. But man, the hassles that I have to go through. So this is currently rendering right now. It should be up. I'm aiming for Saturday. I know it's late, and I'm really sorry, but this week, specifically when we have huge events like our firework event, it takes a lot out of me, and also it takes a lot out of my availability. And there is a fly, you probably just saw it. It takes a lot out of my free time to do my video editing, which you guys know I love to do, but I try to do what I can. And I don't have anything else going on tonight, unless my my Nana texted me today and asked me if I wanted to come over for dinner, which of course I do. I love you, Nana. And she did mention fireworks yesterday when I saw her at work, but I don't know what we're doing yet. So right now I'm just waiting on this render to finish. It's gonna take about, it's less than an hour. It says 46 minutes remaining. So it's gonna take some time. This video in particular is about, it's about 21 minutes, so not too long, but still long enough that it's going to take some time. So anyway, I'm going to just figure out, oh, I wanted to work on maybe some like Arteza scripts. Maybe I'll just kind of put in my notes into my documents, my scripts and stuff. Gosh, I cannot talk. So I took some notes while I was doing the swatches for the Arteza products that I got, and I think what I'm just going to do is just kind of take those notes and outline them into script form and kind of go from there, flush them out. But yeah, I'm not really in the mood to talk right now. I think that's all I have for right now. I don't have much else going on, so I'm going to leave it here for right now, and maybe I'll see you guys tonight. I think it's going to be a good night. It is a little after 10:15 p.m. now. I spent most of my evening with my Nana. She invited me over to have dinner with her, and afterwards we watched the deer that congregate in her yard, and then we went all over the township looking for fireworks to watch. And for a brief couple of moments we did find that my one cousin was setting some off, but we think that he's actually going to do his full display tomorrow. So right now I am at home, obviously. I'm pretty tired, but I want to stay up just a little bit longer because I don't know if my little brother's coming home or not. And if he is, I just wanted to make sure that the door was unlocked, because if he's not coming home, I'm locking the door. And he probably won't be home until 11 at the latest, is normally when I know that he's officially not coming home. If he's not home by 11, he's not coming home. So I'm actually making hot water for coffee. I might have a little cup just to, you know, have something warm even though it's humid and gross outside. But that's just how I roll. So let's see, my vlog that I'm going to have uploaded for Saturday is about 77% uploaded. I started it before I went to my Nana's house, so it's had all this time to upload, and it should be done in about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna just let that go and just have my computer run for a little bit longer. Well, I don't really have much else to say. Today was a pretty lazy day, and tomorrow and Saturday are not going to be very lazy days. Sunday might be a lazy day. And then I work, obviously I work Friday, Saturday, but then I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I work Saturday again. And then after that, my schedule's not up yet. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go here. I can't even talk anymore because I'm just like... So I will see you guys tomorrow morning before I go to work. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, July 5th, and it is 9:15-ish a.m. and I'm getting ready for work. I have to leave for work in about 15 minutes here. I get off at 4, thankfully, but I get really annoyed when tasks are put on me that should be like of an upper level management position. Just saying. Like, for example, I kind of get tired of training new employees because I just feel like that is not within my tasks per se. That's just me though. Anyway, we could spend all day just going back and forth about this, but anyway, I am just having a cup of coffee before I have to leave. I haven't had breakfast yet. I might just really quickly make some toast and wolf it down. I only work until 4. I don't know if I mentioned that, but so it's not like a too long of a day, thankfully, and I just get to come back home and hopefully I'll be able to Skype with Tony tonight. My Nana also suggested going out to see fireworks this evening, but we'll see. It depends on what time I actually get off of Skype tonight. But anyway, that's all I really have for you guys right now at this current moment in time. I will probably talk to you as soon as I get home, so I will talk to you then. I'm just back from work. I'm really excited because I got mail and I'm pretty sure I know what it is because it feels like a passport. So I'm gonna open it and I'm really excited. I really hope it wasn't them sending back my old one and being like, hey, you did it wrong or something stupid. So the only thing I'm worried about is I'm wondering if they send my marriage certificate back in the same package or if they send that separately. So I guess I'm gonna, it doesn't look like I have it. I think they must send it back separately. So yay, my new one. I'm so excited. My picture looks awful. Looks so weird. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm just excited that I have it back. I'm so happy. So yay. I just hope that they, you know, eventually do send back my old passport and my marriage license, certificate, what have you, because I would like to have those back. That would be great. But I guess I'll just have to wait until I get another package, if I get another package, so. I'm so happy. Okay. Yes, I am finally back from work, obviously. It was disgusting and busy, and I had to train a new employee, and it was just quite a long day. I am ready to not be thinking about work. Of course, I have to go back tomorrow, but I have off on Sunday. Sunday, I was going to use that day to go grocery shopping. I don't really have much else to say. I'm just kind of, I'm sweaty, kind of thinking about maybe just washing off really quick and talking to Tony for a little bit. Because I know tonight I want to talk to him. Anyway, I have nothing else to really say that's of any sort of importance. So I will talk to you guys later. Well, hello. It is Saturday, July 8th. Oh, so last night was one of those nights. And while I felt okay, my heart rate still went up pretty drastically. I remember at one point it was up to almost 160 beats per minute. I tried to keep myself busy. I did a lot of cleaning. I did some laundry, which I have not folded yet. And I think I ended up laying down here for about an hour. It was around 1:30 in the morning, and I was watching Red Letter Media, their latest Black Spine edition, and it was a lot of fun. I unfortunately missed the discussion. I watched like their you have to watch it. It was just a lot of fun. I'll actually link the episode down below so you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this morning was kind of okay. I woke up at I think 8, almost 8:30, came down here and just started, I think I decided to go on Netflix for no reason in particular. And I was really excited because their library is now all like up to date and stuff. There's new videos and new stuff. And I knew Stranger Things 3 had come out on July 4th. And I really want to watch that. So I'll probably start that maybe when I come home. I'm not really sure yet. But I spent most of the morning watching Ralph Breaks the Internet, which I really liked. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. And yeah, I spent most of the morning doing that, but I also spent probably an hour and a half up in the bedroom upstairs, just kind of cleaning, you know, throwing out some things. Don't tell my mother. And that kind of helped a little bit because not only was I finding things, but it just kind of helps clear out that clutter, especially since I sleep up there. And it just kind of helps, you know, ease the slight claustrophobia I sometimes feel. Anyway, so a thing that I found was a new phone screen protector. The one that I have, give me a second here, I'll show it to you. So this is my old screen protector. And as you can tell, it is very, very cracked and disheveled, and it did its job. It protected my screen. My Samsung Galaxy 7 does not have a crack on its screen whatsoever. And I decided, you know, since I found this screen protector, hold on, I'm a fuzzy face right now. Fuzzy face, fuzzy face. Can you find my face? Yes, you can. So I figure I'm the only one in the house that has a Samsung Galaxy S7. My parents have different Samsung models, and my little brother has an Apple product, so an iPhone, as it were. So I figure, you know what? I mean, I'm not going to have this phone for very much longer, I don't think. Once I move to Ireland, I'll have to, you know, get a new phone. But definitely gonna have to get a new phone at some point. This is the back of the phone. I did, for the longest time, keep my phone in a case, and I took it out of the case because it was just a pain in the butt to pop it back in all the time after I charge my phone, because unfortunately I cannot charge it via the USB thing anymore. Because what happened was, and it was around this time last year actually, it was around the time we had our big fireworks event, and we were cleaning, and I had my phone in my back pocket, and I had to use the restroom. And long story short, it fell in the toilet. I come home later, I mean, the phone was fine. I just kind of wiped off the water, but I didn't actually fully dry it. So I came home, plugged it in, and wouldn't you know it, It must have sparked at some point during the night, because not only was the cable that I was using completely fried, this also was fried as well, and it would not charge, or rather it just took a lot of effort to get it to charge. So I got a wireless charger and I've been using it ever since. I am just waiting to go to work at this point. I work pretty much all afternoon and into the late evening because we have live music tonight. How exciting. I'm just really excited that this upcoming week isn't busy work-wise. It's gonna be busy play-wise with practice 4 nights out of the week, and I'm just really hoping that I will be able to feel rested. And I don't know, there's a lot of stuff they have to plan this week. I also started working on my Meet the Artist. I wanted to come up with a color palette for it, so I was playing around on Peloton. I don't know, I'll link that too. So I was playing around with that as well, and I was having a lot of fun. I really wanted to use some pinks. So I don't have anything really like done yet. I was just kind of playing around with the formation of how I want the page to look, and that's pretty much it so far. I have maybe about 10 minutes before I have to leave, so I'm just gonna leave it here for the vlog for this week. I don't know how much content I have for this week. I don't really know if I have a lot at all. I honestly don't remember much that happened this week at all. It was a very, very long week. Just work and play wise, and oh gosh. So I am just gonna call it a day for now. I will talk to you guys next week, so I will see you then. Good evening, guys. So it's a little bit before 11 p.m. and I just got back from work about a half an hour ago, and I took a shower because I was just drenched in sweat because I don't know if I mentioned it, we don't have AC at work because it broke. And also when I was coming home, I saw that there was a tree down in our lane, a huge, huge tree. And if you've seen me take our little walks to the mailbox, I live in a fairly wooded area. So I actually had to, luckily, there is another way to our house, and I took that way. It's a little bit out of the way, but I still was able to get to it. Anyway, it's gonna be one of those nights again. I'm not very excited, but I'm trying to be kind of positive. I'm probably gonna take some ashwagandha, even though it didn't really help me last night. I was very anxious last night, and I did keep busy by cleaning, but there's really nothing to clean right now that is quiet. There is probably some work I can do. I'm actually gonna start watching Stranger Things 3, so that will keep me occupied for a little bit, but I have a really hard time sitting for long periods of time, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I can fold my clothes, but other than that, maybe I'll look through my pantry. Like, I really hate these nights because I really, really try so hard. I felt like I did really good at the beginning of the week, but it's enough is enough sometimes. Like, I really just want things to just be how I want them to be. I don't know. I'm really selfish that way. I just really want to be able to sleep without thinking about things. To be fair though, I haven't particularly heard anything in recent times, but I was assured that nothing was going on in particular, but still it's just that anxiety that maybe stuff could happen, and I can't take it. Right now they are over at a cousin of mine's house who is just down the road watching fireworks if they're still being set off. I don't really particularly care for fireworks. I don't mind them, and I don't mind the noises of them, but you've seen one, you've seen them all, and I don't really have anybody to watch them with that I really care to watch them with, i.e. Tony. He's not here, obviously. Anyway, I am just going to have I was gonna have a cup of tea, but I think I nixed that because I want to be able to go to sleep as soon as I can without having to go to the restroom all the time. I might sleep down here for a little bit, like take a nap. I might have to go upstairs and get my pillow, but I might sleep down here for a little bit. I don't really know when everybody's coming back, so all by myself. What Well, I'm gonna leave it here. Good night, guys. I will talk to you. Oh, I will talk to you next week. Oh, I think I even tried to leave off the vlog this morning. So I will just talk to you guys next week, and yeah, I'll see you then.